The topic of our today's class is transformation, and from transformation I will discuss only reflection in this video. So the learning objectives are: use the following transformations of the plane: reflection, rotation, translation and enlargement, and their combination also. Today we will only discuss reflection. Then what is reflection? Reflection is basically the mirror image, or we can say that through line of symmetry we can reflect the given object. So here the given object is triangle A. The coordinates of triangle A are 4, 2, 4, 3 and 1, 3. In the first part, as they are saying that reflect this triangle A along x-axis. Then remember that when we have coordinate x, y and we are reflecting this along x-axis, then it will be on the opposite side of x-axis, okay? And when we reflect this, the coordinate of x will be same, only we will have a change in coordinate of y with a negative sign. Like for example, here we have coordinates are 4, 2. So the value of x is 4 and the value of y is 2. So it will be 4, negative 2. Then if we have coordinate 4, 3, so it will be 4, negative 3. And the last one is 1, 3. So it will be 1 and negative 3. Now if we mark these three vertices on the graph paper, so 4, negative 2, 4, negative 3 and 1, negative 3 is the image of this triangle A. So here we have the image of triangle A along x-axis, A part. Then if we have y-axis as a line of reflection, then in this case the xy coordinate we will change, as we will have a negative sign with the value of x, and the y coordinate will be as it is. So if we have these coordinates of an object as 4, 2, so it will be negative 4, 2. If we have 1, 3, so it will be negative 1, 3. And the last one is 4, 3, so it will be negative 4 and 3. Now when we mark these three coordinates on the graph paper, negative 4, 2, negative 1, 3 and negative 4, 3. Now when we draw this image, this is a reflection along y-axis. So see, triangle A is reflected here. If we consider this y-axis as a line of reflection, or we can say that y-axis is a line of symmetry, then we have symmetrical figure on both sides. Both figures are exactly same, or we can say that it is a mirror image. Or if we fold this paper through y-axis, then these two triangles will overlap on each other. Now the third condition is reflection along y is equal to x. When we have reflection along y is equal to x, so remember in this case x and y will interchange. Like if we have coordinates as 4, 2, then it will be interchanged as 2, 4. If we have 4, 3, then it will be interchanged as 3, 4. And when we have 1, 3, it will be interchanged as 3, 1. Now when we mark these coordinates on the graph paper, 4, 2, then we have, it is not 4, 2, it is 2, 4. So 2, 4, and then we have 3, 4, and then we have 3, 1. So when we draw this image, this is a reflection along y is equal to x line. Okay, so if we draw y is equal to x line, this is the line y is equal to x. So with the help of this line, these two triangles will overlap on each other if we fold the paper through this line. Now the last line is y is equal to negative x. In this condition, when we have y is equal to negative x, we will interchange x and y value, but we will write negative sign also with both values. So for example, we have coordinates as 4, 2. So it will be negative 2, negative 4. Both will interchange, as well as we have negative sign with both. Then 4, 3 will be negative 3 and negative 4. And the last 1, 3 will be negative 3 and negative 1. Now when we mark these coordinates on the graph paper, negative 2, negative 4, negative 3, negative 4, and negative 3, negative 1. When we draw this image, this is a reflection along y is equal to negative x. So if we have x-axis as a line of reflection, we will only write negative sign with the value of y and mark it on the graph paper. Similarly, when we have line of reflection as y-axis, then we will write negative sign with the value of x, and y coordinate will be as it is. Then when we have line of reflection as y is equal to x, then both coordinates will interchange. And if we have the line y is equal to negative x, then not only these coordinates interchange, but we will write negative sign with both also. Okay, so we have marked all these triangles here. Now next, if other than these we have a line of reflection like x is equal to 1, y is equal to negative 2, or we have y is equal to x plus 1. For example, if we have a line of reflection, x is equal to 1, y is equal to negative 2, and y is equal to x plus 1. Then in this condition, what we will do? See, here if we have x is equal to 1 as a line of reflection, first we will mark this line on the graph paper. So here x is equal to 1 line. This is the line x is equal to 1. After this, as we have an object on the right hand side of this line, x is equal to 1, so reflect this, we will reflect this on the opposite side of this line of reflection. What we will do, we will check that how much is each vertex far from this line. Then we will mark the same distance on the opposite side of this line of reflection. Like for example, we can see that this vertex has one box distance from this line of reflection. So on the opposite side, we will mark one box. Similarly, this vertex has 1, 2, and 3 box distance. So on the opposite side, we will mark 3 boxes. So 1, 2, and 3. So this one is here. Similarly, this box has distance 2 boxes from the line of reflection, 1 and 2. So on the opposite side, we will mark 2 boxes, 1 and 2. When we join these 3 vertices, this is reflection along x is equal to 1. Now the second line we have y is equal to negative 2. When we draw this line y is equal to negative 2, this is the line y is equal to negative 2. Now we will reflect this triangle A, on the opposite side of this line of reflection. So what we will do, we will check the distance of each vertex from the line of reflection and mark it on the opposite side. Okay, so if we mark this distance, like here we have 3 boxes on the opposite side, 1, 2 and 3, but we will not get image here because this length is 2 boxes and we don't have a space here. So let's change this line. So if we change this line as y is equal to negative 1. If we change this line as y is equal to negative 1. So if we draw this line y is equal to negative 1. Here we have the line y is equal to negative 1. Now we will reflect triangle A on the opposite side of this line of reflection. So if we check this first vertex, this vertex has 2 boxes distance from the line of reflection. So we will mark 2 boxes on the opposite side. 1 and 2. So it will be here. Similarly, this box is also having 2 box distance. So we will mark 2 boxes distance on the opposite side. So this will be here. Similarly, this last vertex has distance 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes. So on the opposite side, 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes. Remember that when we have a straight vertical line, then the y coordinates will be same. And if we have a straight horizontal line as a line of reflection, then x coordinate will be same. Now when we join these, this is the image with the line x, y is equal to -1. Now the last line is y is equal to x plus 1. So y is equal to x plus 1, and if we make subject x from here, so x will be equal to y minus 1. So it means our xy coordinate has interchange. X is equal to y minus 1 and y is equal to x plus 1. So if we have coordinate as 2, 1, so the value of x is 2 and the value of y is 1. So if we substitute these values here, 1 minus 1 and 2 plus 1. So this one is 0 and 3. Then the next coordinate is 4, 1. So when we substitute this, the value of y is 1. So 1 minus 1 and 4 plus 1. So this one is equal to 0, 5. And the last coordinate is 3, 3. When we substitute this, so 3 minus 1 and 3 plus 1. So 3 minus 1 is 2 and 3 plus 1 is 4. Now if we mark these coordinates on the graph paper, so 0, 3, 0, 5 and last is 2, 4. So here we have this image with the line y is equal to x plus 1. Okay, so if we have a straight vertical line like x is equal to 1 as a line of reflection, then the y coordinates will be same, only we will have a change in x coordinates. We will check the distance of each vertex from the line of reflection and then we will mark it on the opposite side. Similarly, if we have a straight horizontal line as a line of reflection, then the x coordinates will be same, only we will have a change in y coordinate. We will check the distance and mark on the opposite side, the same distance. Then if we have a diagonal line, for example, y is equal to x plus 1 or a straight line on the graph paper, if we have a line as y is equal to x plus 1, then in that case we will make subject x and y and then we will substitute these values in x and y. Then here x is equal to y minus 1 and y is equal to x plus 1. Then one by one we have substituted each vertex as x and y value, and then when we simplified it, we have got 3 vertices as 0, 3, 0, 5 and 2, 4. Then we have marked these points on the graph paper and have drawn the image. So we have discussed all lines, like if we have x-axis, if we have y-axis, if we have y is equal to x, y is equal to negative x, or other than these, if we have x is equal to 1 line, y is equal to -1 line, or any diagonal line which is, for example, y is equal to x plus 1. So how we will draw the images? Now, the object and image both are given in the question. So here we can see that triangle A and triangle B both are given on the graph paper. Now here they are saying describe fully a single transformation maps triangle A onto triangle B. So here we can see that this triangle A is exactly flipped and we have got triangle B. So now in this case, as we know that this is reflection, so we will find the line of reflection. So how we will find the line of reflection? We will check the distance between the two same vertices and then mark the center. Like if we take this vertex from the object, its image is here. Now if we count the distance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 boxes distance in between these two. So the half of 6 is 3 boxes. So 1, 2, 3 images here. Okay. Or the line of reflection will pass through this point. Similarly, if we check this vertex distance, this vertex is also having 6 box distance, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we mark 3 boxes, 1, 2, 3. So it means if we draw a line passing through these 2 points, this is the line of reflection. And this straight line is passing through y negative 1. So the equation of this line is y is equal to negative 1. So how we will write the answer? It's reflection along the line of reflection is y is equal to negative 1. Remember one thing, that if you just write its reflection, the examiner will not give you marks. You should mention that what is the line of reflection. So when you write its reflection along y-axis, along x-axis, along y is equal to negative 1, or any line, whatever the line we have, you will write the equation of that line. Then for x-axis and y-axis case, either you write x-axis or y-axis, or you write the equation of x-axis and y-axis. So the equation of x-axis is y is equal to 0 and the equation of y-axis is x is equal to 0. So it's up to you. Either write that it's reflection along x-axis or you write reflection along y is equal to 0. Both are correct. Okay. So I hope that the reflection is clear to you. Then when we write the matrices of reflections, so remember that we will just follow identity matrix, and then as we have discussed, then when we have x-axis as a line of reflection, then we will have a change in y only. If we have y-axis as a line of reflection, then we will have a change in x only with a negative sign. If y is equal to x is the line of reflection, then x and y coordinate will interchange. And similarly, if we have y is equal to negative x as a line of reflection, then not only we will interchange, but we will write negative sign with both value also. So here, remember this identity matrix represent the value of x and the value of y. Okay. So if we have the change in, as we have the x-axis as a line of reflection, then we have change in y only with a negative sign. So it will be 1, 0, 0, negative 1. This is the matrix of reflection along x-axis. 1, 0, 0, negative 1. We just put negative sign with the value of y. Similarly, the same identity matrix, if we have y-axis as a line of reflection, then we will write negative sign with the value of x. So it will be minus 1, 0, 0, 1. Then when we have y is equal to x line, then x and y will interchange. So this will become x and this will become y. So the matrix will be 0, 1, 1, 0. Then in the last case, when we have y is equal to negative 1, then not only we will interchange, but we will write negative sign with both also. So it will be 0, negative 1, negative 1, 0. So this is how we can write the matrices. We know that what is identity matrix. It is 1, 0, 0, 1. Then you will just follow these instructions and then you can easily write the matrix, whatever the matrix they have asked in the question. I hope this is clear to you. Thank you.